What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Band Podcast. My name is Gray.
And this is Blue, and this is month 13th, episode 12.
Yeah, so we've been doing this for, 12 episodes now? This is a sub-exclusive podcast. You already know it if you've been listening to it, and thank you guys so much if you have. But every 5 episodes, it's public. Everything in between is for subs exclusive. We just talk about the things that we've experienced, the things that we thought during that month, and it's a monthly podcast called Band. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to it. So we did something a little different this time, right, Blue?
Yeah. So we asked our subs for any questions that they might have for us, and we got a few. So I was wondering if we could start off with that.
And I think we're gonna start doing this on the for every episode. So we have a channel on our Discord. If you're on our Discord, if you're a sub, there's a channel called Podcast Questions. So please throw in your questions and we'll answer them. So,
and of course, it doesn't have to be like, you can put it in anytime you want or anytime you think about it. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, you have to have a question by this time or anything like that. It's just more like, as you think of it, if you can put it in there, we'll try to fit it into the next one that's coming up and answer it there. So yeah.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay, so our first question is from Fulger, or aka Fu-chan.
Yeah.
And his question is, what do you get up to outside of stream or games?
Streamer games. What do? We cook. I sleep a lot now that we started streaming. I used to never take naps, but I sleep.
We take naps. They're very nice.
Yeah.
Play with Anu a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do like household chores a lot. What else?
Anime.
I guess just catch up on anime a lot.
Our weekends are a lot shorter now.
For sure.
Because we wait for the second stream to come, and then so we have to wait. Once the first stream is over, I feel like around because we stream at 11 p.m. for us on Saturdays. Usually 11 p.m. is, it's late in the night, but because I'm waiting for it to come every Saturday, I feel like that's kind of like the second start of the day. So, and after that, we have to go to sleep. So the weekends, Saturdays especially, they seem a lot shorter now.
For sure. I think Sunday is like our true weekend where after stream, we don't have anything else to kind of like prepare for. So, yeah, it is a weird weekend, I suppose.
Is there, it definitely changed. Our weekends have definitely changed since we started streaming. Like, we don't go out as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the money that we spent outside of stream stuff is usually, like life stuff. Like, I think I bought one shirt when Dolphin was here. And that was probably that lemon shirt.
Yeah.
Was probably the only purchase I made clothing wise, because we get to, because we buy like games too, and that's really important. But like clothes and fashion wise, like, or shoes and stuff, I haven't bought a new pair of shoes in very long, like since we started streaming. So I think what we spend money on just
has
changed. Yeah,
for sure.
And we only really spend money when for example, when we go to our friend's house, or when people
go out to eat with people.
Exactly. And that's we try to do more of that. We really, really do. But it's a little difficult because we're just tired. And now that streaming is just kind of the center of our lives, which is like, what we want it to be. We just physically don't have that enough that energy anymore.
And it's kind of nice to just kind of like, I guess, especially on like, for example, Saturdays where we have a stream in the morning and then a stream at night. It just kind of gives us like a few hours not more than a few hours, I guess, during the day to kind of unwind and spend time with each other at home, doing like catching up on anime that a lot of people have suggested to us, or playing a game together or whatnot. Because sometimes we do play like off-stream games together as well. So it just that's kind of the time when we kind of do play.
I think it's really important that we do.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so next question is, if you could start a business tomorrow, what would it be?
A business. Blue, you had a business plan that you've always wanted to do, right?
It was what I think we talked about it early on in our relationship. We were like,
The
if
cafe
we were,
thing.
yeah, if like it was this concept we had. If when we got old, we would start up this coffee shop that had like we would play like vinyls and we would have like a little mini live concerts, I guess, or live in the
Like a live space.
Yeah, like a live space in the cafe, and it would be like look like a big ass like lounge space, and you could have coffee, and we would have drinks as like alcoholic drinks as well, and have like really yummy pastries and stuff like that. And I thought that'd be pretty cool. And it would just it would just be me, well, Gray and I, super old, with lots of tattoos, and we should be serving coffee, and I thought that was great.
Fuck it, let's just have a tattoo parlor in the back where you can get like really good tattoos and also just have good coffee and have good food.
Yeah, there you go. That works. So yeah, I guess that
a tattoo cafe. How about that?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and but Anu tattoos you.
Yeah,
it's exclusively from Anu.
No, we would not make any business.
I don't know.
Anu would be our mascot though, so you could come to the cafe. It will be dog friendly. It has to be dog friendly,
of course.
So we can have lots of puppies there, and it would be like an enclosed space, so they can have them off leash, right?
Not just dogs. I think any pet.
Any pet, yeah.
Any pet that you want to bring, whether it be a snake.
If you want to bring your iguana, you can bring him there.
Yeah, you can bring Iggy. That's fine. You can also bring your cat, your dog, your monkey, whatever is legal in wherever we make this cafe. Your hedgehog, you can bring him and we just chill. Okay.
Have some coffee.
Yeah.
We'll have some like pet exclusive like gourmet food.
Yeah.
That's handmade by Anu.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be great.
And then we'll just have Ace, Fire, and Hammy's BL4 run just playing the whole time.
Perfect. Yeah.
I know Ace hasn't done the BL4 run, but I know he will. Yeah. So it's just going to be that the whole time. And just a rotation of us hosting other community members' streams just the whole time.
It can't be BL4 though. That's too outdated. It has to be like Sekiro. Like what was it? What's the level up system in Sekiro?
So by the time
like prayer beads,
you said that we were going to be old.
Yeah.
And by that time, it's still going to be Sekiro. Okay, fine. BL4 run for Sekiro 20. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Our Dark Souls 50 is going to be. But yeah, I think the cafe idea is like my friend. It's kind of that bar idea.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you always hang out with your friends, and then I always hear that when you get really drunk, you're like, yo, we should start a bar. Like, it's kind of the dream come true for, like, because it sounds chill, you get the drink. And I think it's like a chill couple version of that, where it's, let's do a coffee place. My other friend that's like completely, that's not, that I just met in school was saying the same thing. Like, I just want to go to some like remote area and just start a cafe.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I
would have so fun with the interior and choosing like the mug cups. We would
practice on with Sims first, and
then yeah. But then how we get obsessive about mug cups.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have so much fun choosing mug cups. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a fucking dream come true.
Yeah.
So, and also a disclaimer. Sorry, Anu just bumped the mic, so sorry if you hear anything weird. By the way,
he's really excited about the idea.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, what's an actual like that's definitely one. I wonder if there's another like business idea. I never really thought about, like starting my own business or anything. I've never, really thought about that. I think I just wanted to do something that was always creative. So,
I guess like another thing for me is if I had to go down like a different road, I guess, career wise, I would probably look into tattooing because that's something that I've been interested in, but I've never really thought of pursuing at the time.
Don't you know?
We have this and stuff, but
don't you know a couple of tattoo artists?
Yeah, I do. But I just thought it'd be really cool that if ever I'm in a place where I need, like, if I want to pursue something else, that's something I'm thinking of maybe like a possible thing in the future. So
this is kind of like I'm going off in a tangent here, but I was under the impression that to become a tattoo artist, you need to do the whole apprenticeship thing. And it's like really long. Like the information that I got is probably like really old, but like, can anybody just? My idea is like years of apprentice, doing the apprentice. What is it?
Apprenticeship?
Yeah, and then they don't get paid because then
Yeah,
they're
they
like
don't get paid. Yeah.
they're not allowed to, for like the first couple of years. They're not allowed to work and get money from their tattoos. They just give it to their masters, like to their teachers, and then after that, and which is like fucking hardcore, like that.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's like the first couple, like a year or so, you can't tattoo anybody. And basically, you have to tattoo yourself to practice.
The famous
Yeah.
Pfizer here,
Yeah.
right? And then
And then, like, or, yeah, I think you just have to be apprentice
Yeah.
for a while and have a pretty dope portfolio. And I just totally said the word dope.
Speaking of dope,
Yeah.
I had a friend. I knew somebody that just reminded me. I knew a friend that was a tattoo artist, and like they always practice on themselves, right? The tattoos, and he had this really. He said the moment that I knew that I could really do this was when he was able to tattoo a cup noodle outline perfectly, like with straight lines on his thigh, and he showed me. He showed me like it says Nishin cup noodle, and it's like a cup noodle right on his. It's like this huge one, and so yeah, that. But his whole leg is just like a mess.
Yeah.
It's just like a sketchbook almost. So yeah. Anyways, so I was just wondering, like, did your friends did all that to get to where they are?
I heard that it's pretty difficult.
Oh.
So that's why I was like, maybe not. Because I don't know if I can go for a couple years without pay. So
Here's the plan.
Yeah.
Wait until your friends become real like high up there, and then just like learn from them. It'll be better than just like someone that you don't know.
That's true.
They might give you like an easier way.
I doubt it. They'll probably be harder on me.
Yeah, probably. All right, sorry, I went on a complete different tangent, but so was that also from?
These are all from
right. Okay.
our beloved Fuchang. So
thank you, Fuchang, for all these questions, man.
Okay, next one is, what are your least favorite aspects of being a streamer?
Least favorite. Yeah, I tried to. Blue told me that we had some questions because we're recording this the day that we have the question from community channel up. So I didn't look at the questions yet. My least favorite. I think it's the lack of, and this is not just streaming. I think it happens for most creative parts, creative careers or whatever you want to call them. It's the lack of progression that you see on a day-to-day basis is probably it. To say dislike is not what I mean. Like, it's worth it, but it's probably the hardest part. I think that we kind of always have to tell ourselves it's okay, is the lack of progression that you see on a day-to-day basis, and compared to that, how much like the burnout rate that's happening to your body. And I don't mean that as in like burned out from streaming, but just physically tired from streaming every day. I think that might be the hardest part for me. How about you, Blue?
Anu was talking
I saw.
to me.
Yeah, we heard that. Yeah.
I think that's probably the same for me. I mean, I think it is difficult having to, I guess, when you don't see like immediate progression. But I think, like you said, in a lot of creative fields, that tends to be the case. So it's not like because we are doing this, we are facing this. It's just more like it just comes with creative jobs. And so it's like we kind of expect it, I think, at that point as artists. Because I think progression is very slow. But yeah, I don't think dislike is the right word for it either, because it's just something, it's just kind of expected, I guess. It's hard to put into words, but yeah.
And if that's kind of the road or like the direction we're talking about in, another hard thing about it is separating yourself on camera and off camera. And that doesn't mean like
making a persona or anything.
Absolutely not. It's, you need to be in that. There's a aspect where you have to for me at least, I don't think it's for everybody, but for me, I have to make sure that I separate myself. And because if you start losing that line, it becomes really you start to take things a lot more personal than you should, I think. And
Yeah.
it's like these
And
people.
trolls affect you more.
Exactly.
And it's especially if you're on the internet, you kind of have to have tough skin. And so you have to be able to have that tough, like, you basically have to put on this, like, tough, like, skin suit on before streaming, or else, like, every time a troll comes in and they say something, like, very, very common, or, like, just, like, the most unoriginal comment ever, you still take it personally, just because we're human and it happens.
And
But
not to mention that our streams are like compared to, and you should never, there's no point of comparing it, but compared to other streams, our troll rate is very low, which means that like we probably have a lower tolerance of it. And we had this conversation where we're kind of getting tired. Like we were just both tired and we were just talking about streaming, and we said, like what's the difference between that first month of streaming and um streaming now? Like what's the difference out like a year later? What are the differences that we have is that when we first started streaming, I wasn't even used to the word gray. And blue obviously was like this, it's like this new name. So we had two people, like we were able to naturally split our, it gets like, it's not like we are making a persona, but we were able to split mentally. Okay, this is my on stream face, and then off stream. We were able to like switch that off and on. But then as you do it every day for a year, you start losing that kind of switch of like, okay, I'm on, I'm off. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to be taking this as gray, or should I be taking this as, off gray? Or like and when we noticed that we were kind of losing that balance, right? That's when we were like, okay, like we shouldn't be taking things too personally when things happen. And it's not even like just trolls. Like just when you just mess around with somebody, um, even with like people that are like close to you and stuff, if you don't have that off switch and on switch, you're like, did that person really mean that? And it's like, it's something that it's easy for people to say, it's just a joke or whatever. And it is just a joke. It's completely harmless. But if you don't have that off and on, um, as simple as that sounds, it's actually like you kind of lose track of it after a while.
especially if it's something you hear on a day-to-day basis, or you hear it every single time you're on stream, then I think it gets to a point where you start to wonder, like, oh, maybe it's not a joke. And that's, I think, where it's bad, because it's always a joke. It's always a meme. If it's a meme, then it's always a meme, right? But if you don't have that kind of like mentality of going on stream where you are not, I mean, you are someone on, I'm Blue, that's on, I guess, live right now, then if I don't have that kind of like, I guess, filter almost, then I can't have those thoughts where I think like, oh no, it's not, I don't think it's a meme anymore, because that's not, that's not the case.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. But
it's really hard to explain because face value, when you say off and on, that's like saying we have a stream persona and an off stream persona, like as if those are two separate, we're like putting an act on, but it's really not. It's more like I try to watch gray and blue when we stream. So I want to see, I'm trying to put myself in a situation where I'm watching the stream mentally from a third person view and seeing, and when somebody says something, like how would I want, if I was watching a different stream right now and I walked into this stream, how would I want this person to act? And I want that person to be obviously honest, not fake, no bullshit, but not too real in that sense, So um, that's what we mean, to put kind of like take one step back from ourselves, and it's like all this stuff it's so hard to explain in words. One, because my vocabulary is not that good, but also because it's just it should be something very obvious and that everybody does, but if you don't put it out into words and really like work it out in your head, you can get lost in it. And that's what we did. That's what happened to us. So that's another thing that was hard. It's not something that I dislike. That's not the word I would use, but that would it's it's kind of like the real part of doing it, for doing something like this, sitting in front of a camera every day for 1 year. I think that's something that I noticed.
All right, next question.
Yeah, but
Okay. It is, could you see yourself still doing this in, say, 5 years' time?
5 years, that would mean that we are what? We're 20.
28.
Wow. So like, can you imagine us doing this?
Honestly, I don't know. It really depends on how this all goes. Because I think, especially with things on the internet, the rate of, I guess, like popularity of like certain websites or certain like trends and whatnot, it rises and falls so fast that it's really hard to predict. Because, I mean, when we were on MySpace, we didn't think it was going to die, right? Or things like that.
It's
So,
dead.
you know what I mean? So I think
No one told me that. Go change my playlist.
right. So I don't know where Twitch is going to be in 5 years. I don't know where we're going to be in 5 years. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I can give like a definite answer for that.
I'm only saying would we be on Twitch is like, not because we would probably stop doing what we're doing right now, but because maybe there's going to be a different platform that we go to. I don't know if it's going to be streaming. It could be, but I feel like the stronger we can make these years, the first 2 to 3 years, we can really be able to tell if we have it in us to do it, if we want to keep doing stuff like this. And even if it's not Twitch, if we can bring people to a different platform, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to just Twitch in general in 5 years. It's still really, really small in Japan. So maybe 5 years is where, like, we need at least 5 years for people to actually know what the hell Twitch is in Japan. So it might be perfect. It might be just like starting off when we hit that 5 year mark. I don't know, but I feel like we'll still be hanging out with people. I don't know if the people that are with us will would want to stick around with Blluist for 5 years. I'm not sure, but I think we'll still be doing things with people, and if we move to a different platform, bring them there. Find us find us on Facebook or something.
If it's still alive.
I think Facebook gaming is actually becoming popular. Just because with the sheer number of people that use Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It could be Mixer. I don't know, but I'm just saying. I feel like even if it's not Twitch, we'll still be doing something.
Somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be with you for, in the next 5 years. I'm still going to be with you. So hopefully we'll still be doing something together, I think.
Thank you for that careful wording right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's as long as we're a team, I think we can make the dream work, right? Next question, please. Where's my erase me soundbite?
Okay. And what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Mint chocolate ice cream.
I like matcha.
Matcha.
What's your third favorite dinosaur and why?
Third favorite dinosaur? Okay, first off is Triceratops. Okay, I'm gonna say second is pterodactyl. Third is Brachiosaurus, the one with the long neck.
I don't know dinosaurs.
Those are my top three.
So I don't have any because I'm not a big dinosaur person. And I actually had to look this up because I didn't know the name of it. But there's this big bird-looking dinosaur, and I thought that was really cool.
What, the pterodactyl?
No. It's called an Archaeopteryx.
Archaeopteryx.
I can't pronounce it, but it's a big ass bird. It looks really cool.
And that's your third favorite. What's your top?
No, that's my first favorite.
Okay, so first, second, and third is the Archaeopteryx.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's go with that. Okay.
Nailed it.
All right. And last question by Fucha is: if you could change any aspect of Twitch or Discord, what would it be?
Oh, okay. If I could change Twitch,
I want them to bring back like locational tags. I really want the Japan tag back. Or like I wish we could search or browse streamers based on their location and where they are. I think that'd be really cool. But I think that's my biggest thing.
I think for me, Twitch, because like Twitch is for us and with our size and stuff, we've never really run into any problems. Um, okay, Discord. I think they need to fix the light mode. I know
Oh my
nobody
God,
likes
yes.
the light mode, but just fucking get if they can put black text, okay, and not that like weird gray text, then I think I'm
I'd
good.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is there? No, there was something else that I was thinking about with Discord. I wish okay, so the light mode thing. It would be nice. I know this might not be realistic, but it would be nice if we can get one more layer of category, like category, subcategory, and then one more.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Like a category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people would use it, but I
It
think
would
that'd
just
be
make
nice.
things a lot cleaner, I think,
I think
as
so.
well.
Oh, and also, yeah, okay, universal clock, please. We need a universal clock. I have my own Discord server, and I put in like 4 different bots, and they're just not good. Like I can't do it. So if they can have and that's this, for us because we have people from all over the place. If we can get a universal clock, that we can
Where
just
it converts the time for each person, where like depending on where they're using Discord from, that'll be so good. I want
really
that
nice.
too, because you know what? I'm so tired of Me6, of putting in everyone's schedules on Me6 and having to calculate daytime and daylight saving time because I don't know how daylight saving time works and it's so confusing. So yeah,
That's just
me
point.
complaining.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just us complaining about. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not thinking about. It's a very personal, like. Yeah, I guess universal clock. So there was this bot that like you can on top top left of Discord where all the servers are. It shows the time of the Discord servers. Like for us, it would be Japan, right? And then our time would be on top. So whoever's on the Discord can tell what time it is in Tokyo, Japan at that point, what day it is. And it was so sick. And I was like, oh, that's super cool. And then I was staring at the clock, and I think to this day, that clock has stopped at the time that I put it in. It just doesn't,
so sad.
and I don't know how to get it out of there either. So it's just there. So yeah, universal clock.
Yeah.
That's my number
that'd be
one.
nice, yeah.
So those are the questions.
I mean, we have a couple fun questions if you want to answer those.
Let's go.
All right. So Fire is asking, what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life?
I said 45.
Lemon
Because
sours.
that's, a news number.
Lemon sours to 45. What else?
That's good.
Okay, next.
What does the fox say?
Next.
Kong kong.
Wow. That's
right?
That's like
right?
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Okay. When does the pain stop?
Oh, the pain never stops, baby. Never stops. Keep the pain train going. Let's get it.
How do you live a meaningful and fulfilling life?
All of a sudden, okay.
Yeah.
Meaningful, fulfilling life. Be sad when you're sad. Don't hide it if you can. And I don't know what is it like. I try to make it like really quick, but it's such a deep cutting question that I can't fuck around. I don't know what it is. Do you have an answer to that?
I guess cherish the people you have around you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take them for granted, I guess. And I don't know, live every day as it's your last kind of thing. I don't know.
Make meaningful connections and relationships.
Yeah. Eat good food.
To have a meaningful life.
Yeah. And you know what? If you want to stay up till 6 a.m. playing a game, you go do that. Because I think it's fine. Whatever.
If you fuck up the next day, it's okay. It's like one day.
Yeah.
In your whole life. Whatever, man. Have fun.
Yeah. There you go.
Firefox with the deep cutting questions.
All right. And one last question is by Fire again. And it's since you don't know the first one, so I'm just gonna ask the second one. It's Team Tifa or Team Aerith?
Team Tifa or Team Aerith? Tifa. Tifa is best girl for me.
I say Tifa too.
Aerith is great. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but
nah, Tifa's better. So.
Do you not like Aerith? This is new to me.
We can't talk about that.
Oh, you don't like? Oh, wow. Okay, I had
That's
no
like
idea.
a whole different like spiel. So Let's move on.
Is this like you and the KH?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into
Spiel?
like a KH rant. So yeah.
Oh
And
God.
then
Okay.
the other question is Team Cloud or Team Zach, but you don't really know Zach.
I mean,
so.
I saw him a little bit in the what is it?
Advent Children. Yeah.
Of course, when I played Final Fantasy 7 a little bit, but I didn't play Crisis Core. That's the one that he's like,
It's so good.
right? But Zach's look cool, but I don't have enough information.
Yeah.
How about you? You know both. Which one are you?
It's like I'm like half and half because Cloud is like this edgy, like depressed boy, and that like appeals me to like a whole different level. But Zaku is like he's fucking bae.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's a hard question.
Wait, speaking of that, I think we need to make something very clear.
Yes.
Are you officially Team Majima now?
Oh yeah.
That was
fuck
so
Kiryu.
fast.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'll take Majima any day.
Holy crap. That game really changed your opinion.
He's like number one husbando.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Okay.
As of now, if anybody asks me who's your husbando, I would say Majima.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Kiryu's just like completely out of the picture.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he's like, sorry.
Wow. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry to Kiryu. And I thought it was kind of like, I don't know, like it might be.
Oh, no.
Really?
That game, like, just,
Wow, okay.
completely, yeah.
There you have it, guys.
Yeah.
And there's the answer.
All right, so yeah, that's it.
Thank you guys so much for those questions.
Thank you, Fu-chan and Fire.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We can, even if they're silly questions, it's totally fine. We're gonna start answering these questions every podcast if we get any. So please put your questions into podcast questions in the subcategory. Yeah. So couple things that we did this month was we played Outlast. That was Outlast was crazy. Do you think you can do, and we did the DLC too, but do you think you could do Outlast 2? But you can be honest.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, the DLC wasn't as bad as I was expecting. And I think that was because I was so used to it. So I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
You're choosing your words very carefully.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see. But I do want to keep playing like games like that where we can split the controls because I think that's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be a horror game, but yeah, I think it'll be fun.
And we're like, people don't even know that we're splitting controls at this point.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
we're getting so good.
I think we are. Like it's pretty natural for me too. So
yeah, maybe
like Hand Simulator or something.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
That would be a mess, but I think that'd be fun. Yeah. So we did Outlast. I realized that we started playing because we never used to play horror games. Now that we do, because of stream, you realize that a lot of these horror games that you see, because we look through some horror games once in a while, and they're like a lot of them look similar. Like you start to realize like, oh, these are like the very similar ones, and then there's ones that just really stand out. Like to this day, I think like Resident Evil 7 just like really stands out.
Yeah.
It's just like the fear in that game is pretty crazy. And of course Outlast 2 with the jump scares and everything.
You know what every horror game likes?
What?
Chasing.
Oh yeah. I think I was really taken away by Layers of Fear 2 and how much chasing that had.
I know.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to. Layers of Fear 1 didn't have a fucking chasing scene. And then they gave us a bunch of chasing scenes.
Yeah, that was like insane.
Yeah, I know.
Still, it was really cool though. Like the ending was, but I wasn't really like too stoked about the ending. But the experience,
the atmosphere was so cool though.
Yeah,
I like that, like the fact that we were on it like this ship, and it was kind of dated, almost.
Everything cool about Layers of Fear 1 aesthetically was totally there in Layers of Fear 2. Definitely gonna play Layers of Fear 3.
What?
Sorry, maybe we'll play.
Yeah, you gotta choose your words carefully.
That's true. And we started putting up those videos. Thank you. Everybody knows, the GIF master. We got Alfred Venom making those YouTube videos. So we've been posting some videos on YouTube. If you haven't checked them out, we have Layers of Fear Part 1, 2, and 3 out right now. And
we do have some new ones coming up too. So
you bet, I've realized that our channel is our YouTube channel right now is such a mess. It's highlights, like the good ones, like the highlights that Alfred made, and then all these the horror highlights, and then it's out of nowhere. It's Blue reacts to Keanu. That was something when the cyberpunk Keanu thing happened. I told Blue. I woke up. Everyone was like, "Did Blue see this?" And I was like, "No." And then she's still asleep. So like, okay,
You called me all of a sudden. You're like, "Don't look at any social media and don't look at Discord until I come home." I was like, "Okay."
And then I came home, and then I got my laptop, and then I just filmed you watch it.
Yeah.
And I put that video up. Like, it's just like a Vine. It's like 10 seconds long. It's like that mixed with all these like really cool, like awesome highlights. Sorry, YouTube's a little mess right now, but I feel like we should do stuff like that. Like, if we just take like fun, like whatever clips or whatever, I feel like we should just put that up on YouTube. I think it'd be fun. It'd be different. But yeah, we have the 3 highlights from Layers of Fear, and I'll just say we got the Outlast highlights, and that's also going to be multiple parts. Part 1 should be out very soon. So we want to, I was talking to Alfred, and I was like, I want to do more YouTube stuff, with his help, obviously. And he just kills it every time. He kills it every time. Like, every time he sends me that, he's always like, do you want anything to be changed? I'm like, no. Like, we're both just laughing our asses off. It's every time.
I do want to say, Alfred, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry that it's always horror games.
Oh yeah, he gives us an update of when he's editing it, and it's just like screaming or whatever, and then everybody in the house is just like, what are you doing? Like, it's this girl like screaming, and you're editing it, and so we always give him an awkward time when editing. So thank you so much for doing that, and sorry we have to put you through that. Thank you so much, Alfred, and everybody that watched the video. Thank you so much. What else?
We actually also changed our Twitch icon.
Oh yeah, Blluist Station.
Yeah, so it's basically what the PlayStation icon, except the P is switched to a B.
I had that. Yeah. I wanted to do that for a while, but we would have to ask. We had Milky, famous for her amazing emotes that she's made for us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, Milky.
Again,
thank you.
Yet again.
And I was like, do you think Milky would be okay with this? It's not very, it's not even that creative. It's like just flipping the P over to a B. Do you think she'll be okay with that? But she was, and she said, and then we have those shirts out, and now it's our Twitch logo, and not like officially or anything. I think it's fine to just like switch it out once in a while. And I think for now, I think that really, really fits. So thank you so much for doing that. Right. So couple of changes this month, like small changes, big changes, but we have
one of these days we need an Anu icon, I think.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
No.
It should be a special one. We can do the emote. I think the Anu hug would be perfect, but we can do like a just for Twitch icon.
Yeah,
it could be Anu.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's weird because like in my mind I thought we had a lot of Anu emotes. Like on Twitch we only have Anu hug, right? So do we even unlock emotes anymore?
I think we got everything we could.
So we can just switch them out now? That's the only thing we can do?
Yeah.
Okay. And then if we do get partnered, then we can unlock a lot more. Yeah. All right. So get ready, Anu. For Anu hypers. I'm getting ready for that. But yeah. So we've been talking about this is for people that have been listening to our podcast for all these episodes. This is a really different one, I think, because we did a lot of the questions, and that was really cool. Like, we should definitely keep doing that. It's a very different vibe. Usually we just kind of talk about like, this month it was kind of like this, it was, our performance was kind of like this. Maybe it was because of that. And then I just thought we do that every time. So and it's just a monthly thing. So it's not like too much has changed. Right. But I think we were talking about some of the things about like, growth of the channel, blah, 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 and all that stuff. And we realized that we're doing a lot of things wrong, but that's okay. And it just means that we have small growth, slower growth. Like, for example, we stream twice a day, right? And then, which means that our morning and our night splits up. So analytically, we're splitting up 2 viewerships. And we split up in the first place because there's people that couldn't make it to certain streams, and we wanted to accommodate everybody as much as we can in our power to for everybody to show up. So that's why we split the schedule up. And I think a lot of people don't really do that. They just do one long chunk of like 6 hours to like 10 hours streams. Which mean and the reason why you would do that is because when you look at that's just one stream. But we do 2 short ones, so analytically you get like it's split up into 2. So if only a few people show up on one stream, that'll count as the same. It'll hold the same amount of weight as somebody that streamed for 10 hours, so to say. So it makes the average lower for sure. But like, gives a shit. Like it's like, because we were just going through stuff, and we do look through our analytics page, and we see like, okay, so this is like this month was like that. Okay, these past 30 days, I see we have a spike here, and blah blah blah. And more than that, we just try to understand our stream from that point of view too. And once we understand that, we can balance. We can put on, so what do we value more? And there was a moment that I think, we were talking about it on stream too, but it was getting really hard for us to balance that. Like we were kind of losing sight of what to value more, because, Blue does this this is your job, right? And we would like to keep going up and up and up. And then so we would have to think like, what's a good game to stream, but, blah, blah, blah. And then we had a discussion on stream, like, what should we do? And we were getting discussions. And then we kind of, after the stream, we talked about it for a really long time. And then our conclusion was the same as usual: is fuck it, let's just do what we want to do. And if the people want to see this, let's just do it, because we trust their suggestion more than, like, we're not going to just play a game because we don't like it. We'll never play a game that we don't want to play just for Twitch. Like, we'll try out new things, but we'll always do what we want to do. So that was kind of like, that's what we normally talk about on these streams. Like, what we thought, like, strategically, what might be cool, like what some things that we learned and stuff. So I think we need a little bit of that in this stream too. Yeah. So
sorry if it's like a repeat, but yeah, it's just something that it's been on our mind for the past couple of days. So
yeah,
it's kind of, yeah, it seems like it was a conversation that Gray and I have to keep talking about to be really like kind of okay with it in the end. Because it is a little difficult to get your mind around as well, and to be satisfied with it. Because it ties back to the fact that we do see like progression is very slow, or like, I guess, improvement is very slow. So it is really difficult to sometimes, like, I guess, keep up that level of, how would you say?
Motivation?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and it's people are always switching out. I think even although our switch out rate is probably a lot lower than other people, like we have people that stay for like a while. Like people are still here since we started, like 12 months, 13 months subs, like, which is crazy because that's how long we've been streaming for. So that's like, that's hard for me to wrap my head around, honestly. But, and we would never do anything to, middle finger to them or anything like that. So like, we want to make sure that they always feel included. And even if they take a break and they come back, I want to make sure that we're always open arms. And that's, that's kind of what Blluist is and should be. It's always appreciation for people that came and, hung out with us. And that's what all streamers should be. But yeah, so that's kind of, and it kind of, yeah, like what Blue said, it kind of ties back to the slow progression. It's hard to, we always have to talk about that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, the answer is always the same. And we know that, but that conversation.
We discuss the same things like repeatedly, but I think we just need to have that kind of communication. So we're both on the same page, and it kind of keeps both of us from, I guess, a sort of a burnout, I guess. It's not like a full out burnout where we're going to stop or anything. It's just, it's obvious that we're like, one of us is in very deep thoughts where we're like thinking way too hard about something. So.
And the answers, and we already know the answer is always the same.
Yeah.
But it's just.
But we think of like the what ifs.
Yeah.
Or like we think of like the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Like
we're
everybody
not very positive
else.
in that sense.
Yeah. So it's just a way for us to kind of lift each other up,
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean,
So,
that's
yeah.
not something we can talk about on stream as much, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be appropriate for
It's a little
streams.
awkward to talk on stream.
Yeah, but I want to. This podcast is all about just being honest and what we've been kind of going through mindset wise for the past month. So, I guess we always tend to share that kind of side of us. But at the end of the day, keep going. That's what we're gonna do. Keep doing it. Next month is gonna be cool. We got a Tokyo Game Show coming up. I think that's in October or something.
So in a couple months.
In a couple of months, we got a Tokyo Game Show. Super stoked to go check that out. We went there last year. I'm really excited. We have some cool events coming up, and hopefully we can start doing. We have some people in Isekai team right now outside of Japan doing some stuff. So when we come back, hopefully we can do something with them. It's been a while since we all met up and hung out and stuff. So but we're always talking. We're always talking. So talking about what we can do, some fun stuff. So hopefully we can get that to you guys as soon as possible. Should be fun. And then we got the YouTube videos coming up, and we also got the merch. We have a lot of merch, the summer merch. Hopefully we can release a little bit more. I have a couple of ideas, so we can do that. And of course, the daily Blluist streams. So please come hang out, and we'll see you guys next month on the Band Podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.